Good morning, g'day, good afternoon, how you going? It's Roger Roadside saying hello. Hello. Listen, again, the throat is quite crusty due to a lack of sleep. Anyone who's had a little baby or a pet rock or anything that wakes up halfway during the night 57 times will potentially share what I'm going through. But anyway, we soldier on. It's a glorious day. I was going to say it's a cracking day, but you know when you try to say something and there's like two words in your head and your mouth just comes out with a combination of both of them. Yeah, I was going to say cracking, and glorious at the same time. But yeah, look, it's a glorious morning. The sun's out, the gun's out, and you know, all is well in the world. So you know, for as good as it can be. But look, I just wanted to a quickie this morning, just a quickie if we could, right? Has there? This is a question, and I ask this fairly, and I ask this legitimately. Has there ever been a Prime Minister of the UK that for all intents and purposes has ever been so out of touch with the general population, with British people? Has there ever been a Prime Minister that just seems to see the common sense route and continue to run away from it at full speed whilst having toilet paper stuck in his shoe and looking back, waving at common sense? It's mind-boggling, and it's getting to the point where, you know, I'm sure last year or the year before that, Kemi Badenoch probably wouldn't have ever thought there would be a time where she would agree with Donald Trump. But yet she has. Because even Donald Trump points out the bleeding obvious that giving away the Chagos Islands, and not only just giving it away, but paying to give it away for a country that's scrabbling for pennies and doesn't have, you know, has this massive deficit, and you know, all the we can't do this because we've inherited a big black hole. Oh yeah, okay, but you can give away the Chagos Islands and it can cost you £35 billion. That's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Do that. Yeah, fuck it. Do that. That's good. Because you know, it just looks good for us. Like everyone will applaud us. Oh my God, Britain, they've given back the Chagos Islands. Oh, what legends they are. Bullshit. No one's done that. Every country around it's gone, right, Chagos Islands are going to be up for grabs now that Britain's going to let go of it. And like, the hypocrisy. Because the other day, and look, whatever you believe about Trump, you believe about Trump, and I get that. And I think, like I said the other day, there are parts about Trump and what he's done that I like, and there are parts about Trump that I just don't like. So again, this is where I don't think politics is as simple as just saying I'm all towards this direction or I'm all towards that direction, because you know, there are things that, I mean, admittedly, there's not really been anything that Starmer's done that I like, but admittedly, with Trump, there are things that he does that I do like, and the way that he carries himself, and the way that he at least does what he promises he's going to do. But then there's also things that he does and says that I don't like. You know, telling people to drink, what was it, bleach? You know, that's obviously stupid. Wanting to forcibly take over Greenland or you know, whatever. I think that's stupid. I think there's probably a better way to go about it if you actually have true concerns that other countries are going to potentially take it over. So anyway, long story short, I think, regardless of what you think about him wanting to do with Greenland, the fact that he came out and pointed out this morning how stupid it is to do this, and the cost that it will cost the British taxpayer, and the fact that it will basically give up a part of the world that other countries, i.e. China, will be very interested in. Is very adequate. And look, to be fair, it's what Farage and it's what Badenoch has been saying all along, and it's what we've been saying. And hopefully and maybe it just takes a Donald Trump to say it, because obviously we're not being heard. We might as well just build bunkers and get some bloody rice in and get in the bunker for the next 3 years, because anything and everything that we say is going to fall on deaf ears, isn't it? And I just don't know how we survive this 3 years. Again, another U-turn. What is this? U-turn 15 or 14? I think it's 14. I think it's U-turn 14. Now, apparently, teenagers aren't going to have the ability to go onto social media. And look, in some ways, I respect it, and I think social media is a bit of a dark and barbed place, and it's sometimes difficult for adults to navigate themselves around it without getting some form of depression or anxiety, let alone kids under 16. In some respects, I think that's well, I said before, Keir Starmer's not actually done anything that I agree with. I probably agree with this, but I guess what I don't agree with is the fact that yet again it's another U-turn. It's something that however many months ago he came out and said this was not going to happen, and now it's happening. And we can all lay bets on what we think the 15th U-turn is going to be. The 15th U-turn, for my money, is going to be the Chagos Islands. I think whatever has been happening over there will be turned around, and that will be U-turn 15. But it's just this yo-yo politics, this yo-yo direction. We're going left. No, we're going right. We're going up. No, we're going down. It's tiring. It's tiring enough to have a little kid who doesn't sleep for more than an hour and a half, to then have to wake up to find out that yet again we're going in a different direction with something. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on it? Do you think that there's, I'd like to hear from you. Is there a Prime Minister that you believe has been as out of touch with the general public as the Keir Starmer, former Dalek on Doctor Who? Or do you think I'm over-exaggerating? Do you think he's actually doing a good job and he's doing really well and the country's in good shape? If you do feel that, please, by all means, I welcome you to spell out where you feel he's doing really well, and I welcome you to really educate me and perhaps anyone else who thinks like me in regards to what we're missing, what we're not seeing. I'm happy to see something, if it's something that he's doing really well in, and perhaps I'm missing. But yeah, that'd be great. Get your comments down below. Make sure you subscribe. It really does help me out. I will be going live soon enough. It's just work's a bit busy, and also I'm driving around in the far-reaching countryside, which means that there's no mobile data out there. So I'd be live for about 3 seconds, and it'd look like an old 80s chewed up VHS tape, I guess. So when I've got a couple more days in and around London area over the next couple of weeks, so I will endeavour to go live then, because I would like to speak to you. That was the whole purpose or one of the purposes was to have a chat. But listen, love you long time. Say good day to your mum for me. And this is Roger Roadside saying ciao for now. Bye.